Good morning. Welcome to Truth Be Told. This is your host, Don V., and we have a couple interesting news reports we'd like to share with you. Before we move on to that, please remember to subscribe, whether it's on YouTube or Rumble or BitChute. All those channels are all completely free. It doesn't cost you a cent. On YouTube, I can only report the softballs. If you want to hear the real stuff, move over to Rumble or BitChute, where I can still talk freely. At any rate, without ado, let's move to it. It says, Alec Baldwin, shooting victim, is wife of a Clinton-connected lawyer involved in the Durham indictment. The woman shot and killed by Alec Baldwin on Thursday was the wife of a Clinton-connected lawyer involved in a recent Durham indictment. The husband of Halyna Hutchins, the cinematographer who was killed by Baldwin, is a corporate lawyer in Latham and Watkins Los Angeles office. One of Latham and Watkins' clients is Michael Sussmann, the Clinton attorney who was just indicted by Bob Durham. A little excerpt here, a little tweet by Susan St. James. It says from Reuters, and it says the same thing. Okay, Willie Thompson said, so the person who Alec Baldwin just shot just happened to be the wife of the lawyer of Latham and Watkins, LLP, the former counselor of Bill Clinton in the same film that is representing Mr. Sussmann, who John Durham just indicted. And another one says, it gets weirder and weirder. Not only does the husband of the cinematographer killed by Alec Baldwin currently work at the law firm representing Michael Sussmann, recently indicted by John Durham, but prior to that he worked as Kirkland and Ellis with former AG Bill Barr. Writer.com reports Matt Hutchins joined Latham as an associate this year. Earlier, he was an in-house lawyer at an entertainment company and practiced at Kirkland, Ellis, Skadden, and it gives the whole name of people on his LinkedIn profile. Hutchins told news outlets Friday that he had spoken with Baldwin and said the actor was supportive. He could not be immediately reached for comment. A Latham spokesperson declined to comment. Halyna Hutchins was killed when Baldwin discharged a prop firearm on the set of his Western movie Rust in New Mexico. The Santa Fe Sheriff's Department said investigating the incident, which also left the film's director, Joel Souza, injured. Baldwin posted on his social media Friday that he was in shock, writing, "My heart is broken for her husband, their son, and all who knew and loved Halyna." Hutchins, 42, who was originally from Ukraine and grew up at a Soviet military base in the Arctic Circle, once worked as an investigative reporter in Europe, according to their website. She graduated from the American Film Institute in 2015 and was selected as one of America's cinematographer's rising stars of 2019, according to her website biography. The source was the News Punch. Wow, that's just absolute horrible. Okay, on the Red State it says Vindicated. Rand Paul calls for Fauci's firing after the NIH admits to funding gain-of-function research. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul has been on the warpath against the shadowy dealings surrounding the COVID-19 for months, especially the venerated Dr. Anthony Fauci, director of the National Institute of Allergens and Infectious Diseases. Back in May, Paul directly asked Fauci if the NIH had funded what amounted to the creation of superviruses by the Wuhan Virology Institute. Fauci flat out denied that this ever happened, but Paul never believed the answer given the evidence that he had about it just last week. The NIH corrected Fauci's assertion and admitted they had indeed funded this very research. Now Paul wants Fauci fired, and rightfully so. Not only did Fauci lie to Congress, but his clear lack of good judgment helped cause a devastating pandemic that led to the destruction of lives and livelihoods around the globe. In an interview with Axios, Mike Allen, Paul noted that the NIH made it seem like the actual gain of function for the 19 was an unexpected result, and that he didn't buy that given the actual point of the research was to see if combining certain things resulted in a gain of loss or function. When asked what should happen after he was proven correct, Paul said very plainly that Fauci should be fired. Well, he should be fired, said Paul, just for lack of judgment, if nothing else. He's pretty sure that despite the evidence, Fauci will continue to try to evade trouble by continuing to lie. is going to continue to disassemble and try to work around the truth and message the truth Paul predicted. This guy. All right, Microsoft warns Russian hacking group behind SolarWinds attack is targeting global IT supply chain. Hundreds of Microsoft customers have been targets of thousands of attacks by Russian hacking group Nobelium in recent months. Here we go again. Russia. Microsoft has warned that the group behind the SolarWinds cyber attack has launched a campaign against the global IT supply chain, primarily targeting companies that resell and provide cloud technology. In a recent blog post to the company's website, Microsoft's corporate vice president of customer security and trust, Tom Burt, wrote that the state actor Nobelium has been attempting to replicate the approach it has used in past attacks by targeting organizations integral to the global IT supply chain. Nobelium is attacking a different part of the supply chain, resellers and other technology services providers that customize, deploy, and manage cloud services and other technologies on behalf of their customers, according to the company. Burt wrote that 609 Microsoft customers have been informed that they'd be attacked between July and October of this year, close to 23,000 times, with a success rate in the low single digits. The attacks, according to the executive, were not aimed at a specific flaw in any of the systems. Rather, they were password spray and phishing attacks, which are aimed at stealing credentials that grant the attackers access to privileged information. The Russian state-backed hacking group is, according to Burt, trying to gain long-term systematic access to a variety of points in the technology supply chain and establish a mechanism for surveilling now or in the future targets of interest to the Russian government. Oh my word. Okay, you can see this right here. I can't say this on YouTube, but if you want to hear this report, I'm going to be showing it on Rumble and BitChute. At any rate, there's a lot going on in the background, that's for sure. We can see it. Some things are happening. Some arrests are being made, allegedly. So, standard ease and prayer. No, God's in charge. He's working for us, not against us. And all this thing is getting ready to come to a head. Christmas is supposed to be in November, according to some people. Big drop in January of EF proof. So, things are looking good. This is Don V. We're broadcasting out of Arizona under sunny skies. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Hope everybody has a wonderful Monday, and we are out of here.